You endure in order to enlighten, transcending life. You seal the matrix of universal fire with the cosmic tone of presence. You're guided by the power of flowering. Carrie is your perfect guide. So we start to see the ways that we come together in frequency and vibration, and that is never an accident. That's the true beauty of this team. And
that's fine.
And we are, Metatron and I are, we're back on the island, and he's been here for a long time doing readings. We have our contact information. If you'd like to further understand and know and have readings, we do that that's how we survive. So, yeah. So your yellow cosmic sun and your Mayan name is Osh Lahun Ahau.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's just another way, another language, but it's the 260. It's actually the time period we're in now.
Right, because we're coming to the end of a.
At the end of the 26,000 years cycle, at the end of the spin,
get to this big center. So but we consciously, Jose and I, when we created the Dreamspell kit, we consciously took it out of the Mayan words simply to make it a system from the future for the newly forming Earth Wizards who are going to bring in the galactic seeds. And that's what the year will be. On the 2012 closeout date, it will be yellow galactic seed. So how do you bring a galactic seed of new interdimensional energy into the current system? So that's the basic idea, that we go from being Earth Wizards, exploring all our relations, and bring in this galactic seed of a new culture, a new cultural form, because it takes us out of our old programmings and our old patterns. So when we took it out of the Mayan names, we got accused at one point of being against the Maya, but that was not the point. The point was to use the root of the mathematical system, because we'd studied so much of Tibetan Buddhism, all my work with Jinshin Jitsu, many systems of knowledge. We worked for 2 years to carefully synthesize each one of those words, carefully chosen so they would be evenly weighted. So there is no, people say, oh, is that good or bad? We say there is no duality of good or bad. It's all in your relationships. And so then once you know your family and your friends, in answer also to your question, the meaning really comes in your relationships. And that's what I would say the most critical part is we're in a time when we're all struggling in relationships, in a sense, because there's a lot of confusion about what does it mean to live in harmony and to get to this new form where we know we need to bring in the higher energies of love, unconditional love, and how do we actually practice that. And this is a tool to help release us from past forms that have been so hierarchical. And that's why when I said the feminine mystery is simply that, the feminine aspect of each one of us is kind of the hidden, that which we can't always see, we can't always know until we actually experience it. And so as women especially, we've often denied our intuition or not listened to our hearts. So part of this is getting in tune, tuning up by harmonies. And there's great words in it, harmonics, there's wave spells, there's castles, building castles of time. There's all kinds of fun terms to play with it. So, and I so appreciate all of you who came out tonight on a Sunday evening here on this beautiful island of Kaua'i. And I'm so impressed with the beauty of this island. And I know also, though, we had some discussion, I know it's not like Monsanto hasn't been here for way too long, or you've got all kinds of things, but in terms of community and finding new forms that can lift us out of old political structures, this is a very interesting system and way of working. Anybody else? Any comments? Yes?
I've been a bit familiar with the conscious convergence, and I'm wondering what your perspective is.
It seems great. When I heard the conscious convergence and that Luna Joy was here yesterday, I've never actually met Luna, but I know in the beginning she started with the Dreamspell calendar. She uses that relation of the solar seals, but I think her New Year starts in March or something. So It doesn't really matter where you begin or where you end the system. It's all a continuous cycle. So consciously, I didn't actually read. Oh, and Calaman?
Yeah.
Calaman has the same birthday as mine. But he's always been annoyed by the Dreamspell, so I just have to play with him on that. I wanted to meet him while I was here. I thought, well, what auspicious coincidence? Talk about, conscious convergence. But does anyone know where he is? How can I find him? I want to talk to him and say, hey, Mr. Kellerman, let's have a good discussion of the different counts. He's very connected to the original Mayan long count, and in that system, they want to include the count of the leap year days. But if you do that, the Dreamspell doesn't do that because it would have thrown off the perfection of this Earth family sequence. And it would mean your birthday wouldn't always be on the day of your Earth family. So we were trying to create a form where you would have that synchronization throughout the system. Oh, great. I love it. That would be so exciting. I love things like that. That's what I think conscious convergence is. That we're all same human. We all can come together. We just need to get common language. And that's why this is a form of common language. If people decide to use this in community or with a group or with relatives, this is a common language that you can create to make new relations, to find your galactic family and leave behind old forms. Okay, well, I'm not going to belabor it. It's 6:25, so isn't that nice? You went to a talk and you can actually get out early. Deborah. Oh, I was going to open with this beautiful prayer that I've done all over the planet, and I completely forgot. So we will close with this lovely prayer. And if I've been watching the sun correctly, it's the east. I know island, it's hard to always forget. So I'll just say this prayer for you. It's in the book Surfers of the Zabuya, which was written by my ex-husband, Lloydine Arguelles, and that prayer is in that book, and it's also in this pocket calendar. And so this was something I said all over the planet, so I'll say it now as a way to give thanks to all the energies of Kaua'i since I've been here. So if you want to stand with me, fine, it's up to you, but we'll, in the east, so we say, from the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. And we say all together, Ayum Hunabaku, Eva Maya Eva Ho. Ayum Hunabaku, Eva Maya Eva Ho. Ayum Hunabaku, Eva Maya Eva Ho. And for those of you who haven't heard the prayer before, Hunabaku is the Mayan term for the creator, and the definition is the one giver of movement and measure. The Hunabaku, the one giver of movement, which I see as the feminine, and measure, which I see as the masculine within each one of us. So may you have a beautiful evening, and the energy of Jinshin Jitsu, always think up the back and down the front in the ever-evolving spiral of life. And as the beautiful founder of Jinshin Jitsu always said, drop your shoulders and smile, and you will have joy. Thank you, everyone.